To protect your privacy on your iPhone, and this is iOS 14.3, but it applies to many other versions of the operating system, you would go to Settings by tapping the gear icon, and then scroll down a bit until you see the Privacy tab. Tap that, and then you'll see Location Services at the top, usually. So you will see the majority of the location related settings here. So for example, there's a global setting at the top called Location Services. If you turn that off, it will give you a little warning here. Right. So things like Find My iPhone and so on won't be accessible, but and maps won't be quite as useful, that kind of thing. However, when you do have location services turned on, you're going to want to go through your other settings to see which apps are using your location that are requesting that kind of thing. So let's say, for example, the weather app, there's a precise location setting at the bottom if you don't want the weather app to have your exact coordinates, as in where you currently are in your house, or which house you're at, for example, or which building. Then you can turn off precise location. And to be honest, the weather doesn't need that, because all weather apps will generally only tell you they provide weather data in your vicinity, so it doesn't really help to enable precise location for these apps. So iOS does provide fairly sophisticated location controls, so you can either bar location access forever, which is the first option, or can make the app ask next time, or can just allow the app to use location services whenever you actually bring it up on the screen and you're using it. And you can even enable it for the widgets. Right, so I'll just set mine to while using the app. And there are also location alerts. Just go through all the settings. So there are also system services. So this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. So there's Find My iPhone, emergency calls, and SOS. I will leave emergency calls and SOS on, as well as Find My iPhone, although it's not a must, but think about whether or not you want that feature, and just go through this list. So at the bottom there's product improvement. If you don't want Apple collecting data on your location and for data analysis purposes, then you can turn off these last three, or just the first one in that section, this one here. So significant locations, that's another one to look at. So significant locations, it allows your phone to learn about places that are significant to you in order to make suggestions and that kind of thing. So if you're not comfortable with that, you can just turn that off. Unfortunately, location-based settings, whether you're on iOS or Android, tend to be a little complicated. There are usually several settings, although they have been unified and better on iOS, fortunately. So that's most of them. Just browse through these settings and turn on or off whichever ones you think you're going to need. Thanks for watching.